Okay, let's go back to Durban now, where residents of Wentworth have been protesting outside the Engen refinery that exploded and caught fire last week, damaging nearby blocks of flats. The community pleading for the plant to be shut down for their safety, health, and, of course, for environmental reasons. My colleague, Dasen Tatia, still on the ground there on that street that separates the residents, the residential area, and that Engen Durban terminal. What's happening now?
Oh, Braden, they've moved a lot closer now since we've last spoken. We're at a different gate of the Engen refinery. So what you'll see now on the road is the residents having settled down here. They've moved a few hundred meters away from where you last saw them. They've now sat down on the road. They have their placards out and they are at this gate. This is where they intend to deliver that memorandum. In fact, let me just take you now to Desmond Desa. He's one of the activists that's leading this protest. Desmond, I know you're quite busy, but sure. What is the intention now, having moved everyone from that area to this gate?
Our intentions are that the Engen refinery management come out to this gate and come and receive a memorandum. And we want an answer within 7 days, that they come back to us and talk to the community leadership in the community.
What are some of the things that you've outlined in your memorandum?
We've outlined the disrespect. We've outlined that they've ignored the community. We've outlined that the high levels of toxic explosion that impacted on the fort has affected a lot of houses and structures. People have got their windows blown out. They've got their structures collapsing. Children have been injured. Grannies have been injured. But more importantly, hundreds and thousands of people have been traumatized. So that's our we need counseling. We need them to add counseling. So there's our three key demands. One is that we have a leadership that's been elected of the South Durban area, comprising Merebank, Wentworth, the Bluff, the Hostels, Amlazi, Lamontville. All those areas are united in our fight against Engen to demand a just transition of the Engen refinery. You will recall that Engen put out a press statement to say that they're going to close down the refinery in 2023. We are saying, well, we want to start the conversation now because we have workers working here. We have people that depend on Engen to work. We want to know what's going to happen. How will they develop a plan so that everybody is included in this plan and not themselves?
Desmond, a lot of the community members have accused Engen in the past of not listening. Are you convinced that this time around you're going to get a better response?
We have told the National Parliament yesterday about them, and they were on the call. And we told them that if they don't listen, there's going to be severe consequences for Engen management, for the refinery, for their shares, but more importantly, for their profits. So one of the rolling mass actions we're talking about is going to happen is that we are calling a boycott of Engen products. So people won't fill up at Engen. We are appealing, we are talking to the taxi association. If Engen doesn't listen, widespread, the taxis would not go and fill up at Engen garages. So that's the first boycott. The second boycott is the community. The third boycott, we are going to block all their garages all over the place. And the fourth boycott is that, the fourth point is this year, that we are going to put pressure on our government and looking at a legal strategy of how to deal with Engen and our government in one concern.
Desmond, before I wrap up, I just want to clarify something. Are you saying that if they collect this memorandum, will these protests that you're talking about still go on? Or is it determined by how they respond to that?
It is determined how they respond. They already have stated that they won't meet with us because they are blacklisting the leadership of Wentworth and Merebank. We do not agree with blacklisting of our people. Leaders are elected by our community and they must be respected. So there will be no blacklisting. And if they don't listen to us, they take the memorandum today. I can assure you, this is the beginning. It's not the end of the crowd. What we will come with next time will be a real, that they will dare, they will be understanding that the community will not be able to listen and stop.
Thank you very much for your time. That's Desmond Desa. From what it sounds like, Praden, this is going to be the first of several protests that we are going to see. And it seems like there is no other choice. They want certain things that are outlined in that memorandum, and key among those is to have the refinery shut down. We have yet to hear from Engen on whether they will be coming out to collect that memorandum.
Thank you very much. Dasen Tatia on the ground there, tracking that developing story for us there outside